internet! Xanos here! How you doing, guys? I am still alive! Woohoo! So, I know it's been 2 weeks since the last Today news recap. Sorry about that, but hey, let's get into the news that happened last week. The first thing I want to go to is South Park. South Park always like to have social commentary. They always like to comment on what's going on in society, and they kind of do that in the game. Pretty much head on. The harder you want the game, the darker your character's skin. Not the combat system, just how other characters interact with you and how much money you earn. That's based on the difficulty slider, which also obviously affects the colour of your character's skin. Some people are obviously a bit miffed and annoyed about this, but a lot of people are equally sort of like, you know what? That's pretty good commentary on how life is. Let me know what you think of that one down in the comments. Bayonetta is a fantastic game. One of the main reasons I got a Wii U was to play Bayonetta 2, but someone was asking the game director, I think it was, about sort of some of the lore of the game, and he basically said, wait till Bayonetta 3. That's all we've heard, that's just it, but hey, we could be getting a Bayonetta 3, that'd be really cool, and it would be absolutely brilliant if they did like a trilogy collection of all the Bayonetta games, because Bayonetta's awesome. LA Noire is getting a remaster, because we all like remasters. However, I am actually quite excited for this one. LA Noire is being released as a sort of a complete edition with all the DLC and all patches and everything like that. On the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, it is going to have 4K Ultra HD graphics support for your PS Pro and Xbox One X, so it's going to look beautiful. A VR-enabled version for HTC Vive, and it is also coming to the Nintendo Switch, and that is going to be fantastic. However, the Switch version is not going to have any of the 4K Ultra HD graphical improvements, obviously because it's a Switch. It can only really handle the port of the original 2011 version, was it 2011? The issue is, it's going to be £10 dearer on the Switch, or $10. This brings up the whole issue again of the Switch's cards being more expensive, and a lot of developers are having to charge more because of these cards are so expensive, allegedly. Which is kind of a concern that all games are now going to be $10 or £10 dearer on the Switch. And I love my Switch, got the Binding of Isaac on it now, which is fantastic. But again, you know, you look at the full price of that, it's dearer on the Switch than it is on every other platform. So, it's a bit of a growing concern. How do you feel about the Switch games being £10 more? Is it worth it? Are you willing to pay the extra to get the game on the Switch? Or does that make you want to avoid the games that are on multiple platforms? That's quite interesting. Let me know what you think down below. Fallout 4 paid mods. I mean the Creation Club, sorry. It's not paid mods. Oh no, because Bethesda said so. Fallout 4 paid mods. The Creation Club launched, and it is essentially paid mods. That's what it is. I don't care what Bethesda says. It is paid mods. Bethesda are now planning it off as mini DLC. And okay, that's fine. But if there was anything worthwhile in the Creation Club to warrant it being called mini DLC, then yeah, okay, you know. It's being done in partnership with Bethesda. They're giving it the once over to make sure it works with the game. However, if you get a mod from Creation Club, there is a very high chance and possibility that it is going to crash your game because of all the other mods that you have on your game. For those of you who don't know with the mods, you need to have them in certain loading orders. And some mods you need to put above others because that will need to load before all the other mods do. All the mods from Creation Club go first in the load order. You cannot change it. And that is causing a lot of these other mods to crash. Now the issue there is a lot of the other mods, they're better. The free mods are better. It's kind of a crap show really. Bethesda are just, once again, trying to get paid mods in, and people ain't happy, and it just isn't working. But as they say, speak with your wallet. Creation Club or paid mods was eventually killed on the PC. Us console gamers, we need to do the same. We need to stand up and say, hey, no, we can get this stuff for free. I don't want to pay for your crappy version of it. Speaking of Bethesda, Pete Hines kind of made a shock announcement that kind of set the internet on fire. He said that Bethesda are working on a game that has been unannounced that is going to be released in 2017. And obviously everyone mad about it because it's a new Bethesda game. Who wouldn't go crazy about it? But then he kind of backtracked. He then put on Twitter saying, ignore everything I said, I must have had concussion or something. So it kind of leads you to believe that maybe it's a mobile game or a much smaller game, not a fully fledged AAA game. It more like a smaller game, and maybe he's trying to backtrack a bit to get rid of some of the hype of it. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what Bethesda have got in store. Probably another version of Skyrim. Nier Automata, or Nier Automata, however the hell you would like to say it, has it been abandoned by its developers? Well, it seems so. Some of the fans on PC, they have modded this game and they fixed the game with a mod. They've managed to fix it. But has the studio abandoned it? They said several months ago that they are working on a fix for the known issues, and the community has heard absolutely nothing since then, so does that mean the game's been abandoned? Do journalists suck at video games? There is a video clip online of a journalist playing Cuphead, and it is quite painful. And that's leading a lot of people to start questioning, why are these kind of people reviewing video games? Now, this particular person who was playing the game, it wasn't a review, he was just playing it at a games event. That does raise the question of, if someone does review a game and they're bad at the game, should that be allowed? I think you should be passable out of the game. At the end of the day, a review is just that person's individual look into the game. So ultimately, it's down to what you think. I personally think the reviewer should be okay at the game, and they can give a fair summary of what the game experience is. Destiny 2 has finally launched, and I don't have it. Oh! Now, it was announced during the beta, just before launch, that there is going to be some paid in-game purchases, which is all going to be cosmetic stuff. And then it was discovered that the shaders in the game are now single use. So if you get a shader you really like, and you've got a decent piece of armor, so you put your shader on that, but then 2 seconds later you get a brand new piece of armor that's better, you've wasted your shader. How can you get one again? Well, you can buy it. And the Destiny community are kicking off about it. And you know what? Rightly so. I agree. The shaders should still be unlimited use. And maybe you have a split. You have some that you can get in-game, absolutely no problem. And then you have your premium ones that you need to buy with in-app purchases with the in-game silver. I think that will be a far better system. You have a completely separate. You got Shader A for the game, and then Shader B is what you can buy with your money. In more Destiny 2 news, the first round of DLC has been leaked by the Xbox Store of all places. This round of DLC is going to be called The Curse of Osiris. It's going to be set on Mercury, it's going to have a new zone. There you go, first lot of DLC. Spend some more money on Destiny. Yay! In some shocking news, Mario is not a plumber! What? To be fair, we knew that. He doesn't really have time to plumb along with playing tennis, saving the world, going into space, having parties, kart racing, all the usual stuff. Mario does a lot, but Nintendo released basically a statement, and it listed Mario as an ex-plumber. And yeah, it's a fun little fact. We've probably known for years that Mario isn't a plumber. When was the last time you actually saw him, you know, doing some plumbing work? It'll be interesting to see a Mario the Plumber game where they release a game and all you do is you spend your time just fixing pipes. Speaking of Nintendo, the Pokemon Company CEO, he has said in an interview he basically thought the Switch was going to be a failure. And to be honest, that kind of explains why there is no Pokemon game on the Switch. Why bother spending money, time and resources developing a game for a console that you think is gonna suck and not work? So it kind of makes sense as to why we don't have a Pokemon game on the Switch. And PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, the game that has been an absolute sensation, and the whole reason why I wish I had a good gaming rig so I can play the game. That game is still in early access, and it has now sold, drumroll, 10 million copies, which is absolutely insane for a Battle Royale game. I think at one point it had 1 million consecutive players on Steam. I think it was the highest, the most played game at that particular time. But hey, PlayerUnknown's Battleground is just selling like absolute mad. Well, everybody, that was the news. Was there anything I missed out? Let me know down below in the comment section. Let me know what you found most interesting. What do you think of Bethesda's paid mods? Sorry, mini DLC. What do you think of PlayerUnknown Battleground reaching 10 million sales? How about LA Noire on the Switch being $10 dearer on the Switch console? Let me know what you think of all these down below in the comments. And hey, I was Zanos. Thank you very much for coming by. Please like and subscribe if this video was useful. Share it to your friends so they know the news. And guess what? I'll see you later, guys. Bye.